Friday, November the 29th, 2019, and I'm down in the London Borough of Bromley, borders of Kent, about to undertake 8-mile circular of Petts Wood. It's a cracking day. It's a short walk today though, about 8 miles as I said. Could be a little bit urban for my liking, but I read otherwise, and I do recall when I did the Knockout circular, which is in a similar area, but that was pleasingly rural as well. So let's see how we get on. It's a little pocket of woodland in southeast London. Like I say, cracking walking weather, blue skies, chill weather conditions, around about 7-6 degrees. It's about well, it's quite early for me, it's about 11:45 at the moment, so let's press on. So as you can see, still in the oyster card zones here. Passing Petts Wood War Memorial Garden of Remembrance here. Decent little parade of shops near the station, which is useful because once again I left my sandwiches in the fridge, so very helpful. Classic southeast London commuter belt. So after about 700 metres of walking through this residential area, come to this footpath in Hazelwood Road, where as you can see we go beneath the railway line, I think. So here we are, entering the National Trust's Petts Wood. Information panel here about the Petts Wood and Hawkwood. Our onward journey is to take the first right parallel to the railway line. Don't take the first left. Continue straight ahead for another 100 metres. The leaf litter, lots of oak I notice, is preventing slippiness on the mud thus far. Take the left fork here, and already I can hear the warning note of what I believe to be a nuthatch, and the parakeets are present. Another left fork here at point 10. Excuse the jet noise, wasn't expecting that down here. Must be coming out of City Airport. They're meant to be whisper jets, but that certainly wasn't whispering. As you can see, classic traditional woodland here. Holly, ivy, appropriate as we approach December. Lovely mixed woodland. Birch is over there, jays in amongst them. Plenty of bird life in this woodland, despite its suburban position. Just goes to show how nature adapts, but as I said previously, it can only adapt so far. Now Boris and all the other leaders are going on about planting trees this week. That per se is not the answer, because you know all you're doing is creating pockets of woodland here, there and everywhere, as in Corbyn's national park idea as well. And then all that's going to happen is you're going to get cars driving out to those areas, creating more mayhem, more motorways required, A roads, etc. What we really need to be doing is replacing the hedges that we've ripped up. There you get the double whammy of carbon absorption plus nature corridors. Absolutely crucial, the old corridors. And farmers can work around the field size issue. They've got the technology and the equipment these days to do so. There's one of the old omnipresent parakeets. Quite amazing how they've adapted to our climate. Is that a reflection of global warming? Probably. Anyway, at this four-way junction, do a right here. Point 12 of the text, running alongside the busy A208 the other side of this hedge. Audible. Luckily our onward journey takes us away from the road by turning left. Passing the bench referred to in point 13. You do cross a footbridge here, not referred to in the text. And I think we then turn right. Do a left here up onto this mound and we get a bit of heathland here. Little mini bit of heathland where the woodlands opened up. And an interesting raised bank here. Wonder what this was in times past. Now following this National Trust green footprint symbol. Plenty of red berries on this holly. I think that indicates it's a female. Finally reached the William Willett Memorial. He was party to the introduction of daylight savings. As you can see, erected 1927. Here is his sundial. Of course you can Google all this, get more information. And the Summertime Act, which I think needs sorting out now. I don't think we need it any longer. Dates back to 1925 because of the way farming's changed. We don't need to put the clocks back. Do away with SAD, and the whinging Liberals would then have less mental welfare to worry about. Now on the very busy London Loop, certainly at weekends. Can't say I've walked any of it previously, unless, yeah, I did many years ago in South East London as well. Forget the walk, begins with W. And also on something called the Enbro Jubilee Walk. That is certainly one busy road, even on a Friday at lunchtime. Took me 5-10 minutes to get across there because of constant traffic, as you can see. There's the Bromley Rangers Countryside Service sticker attached to the tree, so I'm on the right track, having got across the road. So this is no longer National Trust territory. Just had 4 quad bikes go through here. Don't think that's allowed. Certainly not, because it's a nature reserve. They look like Eastern Europeans to me as well. Yep, as you can see down there. No bikes of any description, horses, never mind quad bikes. Okay, I've just reported those quad bikes to the Scadbury Park management people. Hopefully something will get done about that. But we're now following the path to the moated manor. Which is a wide path slightly right near the school. Considering the amount of rain we've had over the last few weeks, this walk is relatively decent underfoot, not too much mud, and what there is you can avoid. What a wonderful day away from the noise and people. Albeit that the parakeets can be a bit irksome. More foreigners. Invasive species. High-tech way of learning more about where you're at. Post number 9 and one of those QR, I think that's what they're called, codes. Certainly do add a bit of colour. Another kidnapped dog by the looks of it. Teddy. Continuing to the moated manor. Yeah, they seem to be following me. Another invasive species, New Zealand pygmyweed. So globalisation certainly is a problem. I think we do a left here, following the London Loop between fences. Soon find out if the manor house is there. Currently no public access.
We can come out, no, we can be really smart and come out here and let them walk all the way. This way, because I'm going the right way, I don't want to get lost. Okay. Somebody's got to go the correct path.
So as you can see, works are taking place here at the moated manor house. Certainly a good moat. Information panel here about Scadbury Manor, so you can research that on the internet if you so wish. Little information picture there of what you can see. There's an Apple store in there as well. Now following the signs towards a little wood. And now for the first time today, a bit of open countryside as we follow the signage towards the picnic area, which could be convenient as I approach lunchtime. And as it opens up, you do get these little reminders that you're never far from suburbia. You can hear the hum of the A208, I believe, again as well. Still, it's pleasant enough. Cracking day. And because it's opened up, this is by far the muddiest section of the walk so far. So that's the house referred to in the text that I'm aiming for. And just to my right, an information panel on hedgerows and meadows, provided by Scadbury Park. All good stuff. Hawthorn shieldbug, which actually I get in my kitchen. Strange looking creature. Views back from near the house. Never know you was in South East London really, would you? So we arrive at the picnic area 1:15, I believe. So just in time for lunch, I'd say. Got a choice of benches. Wonderful. In fact, it's 1:30, but this sort of plastic recycled one will do me. I don't think it's plastic, I think it's recycled. Okay, 2 o'clock, lunch has been had in the accompaniment of a group of school children over there having their daily exercise, I should think. Just a little reminder that we are in South East London. Okay, let's press on. Got about 3 miles to do, I think. Information here about coppicing. Which is clearly what's happening in this woodland. Okay, you arrive at a small car park, Scadbury Park Nature Reserve. Information panel over there. In fact, there's a few of them around this area. We're now following the Acorn Trail as indicated there. Starting to get colder now, clearly, as the afternoon wears on. Just lost it, but there's a tiny little warbler type bird in there. I thought it was a wren initially, but it's about that size, but not a wren. And it's not a goldcrest either. It's some kind of tiny warbler. I'll have to look into that. And that was seen just by the pond here. Which has a pleasant viewing bench next to it. Now following an excellent boardwalk. It's got the wire covering on it. Good quality as well, not just chicken wire. Very nice part of the walk, this. Another information panel about semi-natural ancient woodland and coppice woodland and biodiversity. And a picture there of the rare stag beetle now. Cross over this lane through that metal kissing gate, I presume. Text doesn't say so, but I'm guessing so. Opposite this post number 5, leave the main path here, do a sharp right, almost partly back on yourself. 400 metres now from the lunchtime pub stop, the Bull's Head, and I'm now walking parallel to St Paul's Craves Road, or whatever it's called. That's the Bull's Head, the recommended lunchtime stop. But annoyingly, the notes don't tell you this. I've now got to walk 500 metres back the way I've just come for no particular reason other than filming this. So that's a bit of a pain. The notes should indicate if you're not stopping at the pub, carry on in a certain way. Anyway, they haven't. Not sure what these symbolise, but I've been noticing them throughout the walk today. We're now on a particularly muddy section underfoot. Not so much muddy, but the mulch is hiding hidden puddles. Just had a slight delay getting across that busy St Paul's Cray Road again. So you've got a pleasant open section here in the mid-evening sun. Now where this path goes left and the sort of main path goes ahead, do a right here into the woods. Not obvious. That's the good thing about having a GPS track. So we're now taking a right into the National Trust's Hawkwood. Wonderful. Take the left path as indicated here. Point 42 of the text. This section of boardwalk was previously chicken wired, but isn't currently, and is quite slippy. Be warned. National Trust information panel here, indicating where we are. Not far to go now, to be honest. I won't be visiting the caves, which is an option. You can Google those if you so wish. Chislehurst Caves, that is. Do a left here as indicated. Yep, CCTV in operation, I hope. 3 o'clock, and you'd never know you was in South East London really. Not quite as rural as the Knockout Walk, but very decent nonetheless. I think this walk should be called the Parakeet Walk, because they have been consistently in the background. Don't think I've ever come across a walk like it actually. I've encountered parakeets at various points of other walks, but not entirely in the background throughout. Nice sodden section of walking here, but hey ho, no grumbles on a glorious day like today in the aviary. Notice here about pond wood restoration. This is an option, so called for adventurous types, referred to in the text. I don't think it would be a good idea today, judging by the amount of water that's sodden in the ground. It's likely to be very boggy out there, I'd have thought. Anyway, the restoration is to control bramble and holly. Appropriate time to do it, sell it on the market. Here we have a very pleasant view of what I believe to be the edge of Petts Wood. Pretty decent area this. Well impressed. Solitary bull over there, I do believe. Odd looking thing, which is why I can't work out if it is a bull. Certainly hasn't got any udders. Very straight back, look at that. It's like a table. Very old beast as well, I should think. Unsure. It's on its own anyway. So crossing over the stream as we enter the Hawkswood estate, and it's at this point, point 46, that you could extend a 1k there and back, equaling 2k extension to the caves, but I'm not going to do that. It is only 3:15, so about 45 minutes of daylight left, so it would be doable. but doesn't really appeal to me, to be honest. Rail line is just over there on my right, as you can probably hear. Just noticed that, is it dogwood? Certainly a lovely red leaf, late leafing plant there. Sun's on it and captures it just lovely. Get close in on the leaves, see if anyone knows what it is. Anyone I know like that is dogwood. Now walking alongside the railway for about 500 metres, crossing it soon as well. So here we cross the railway line over a bridge by this Pettswood sign. Crossing over the single branch, not sure where this goes, probably to Pettswood. Crossing the final railway bridge and looking down towards what I believe is Pettswood.3:30, there is an option ahead there to walk around Jubilee Park, but the main route is left here alongside the railway line. So that was Jubilee Country Park. From here take a left, following the London Loop to the station. The Loop being the London Outer Orbital. Leaving the appropriately named Tent Peg Lane. Even got a village sign here in the hustle and bustle of Pettswood. Certainly a lot busier on this western side of the station. So coming up 4 o'clock, around about 3 hours of walking later, 7.5 mile walk today, not very far, but perfect day and walk for this time of year. Pleasantly surprised there with the walk. Muddy in places but not too bad, and that's after heavy rain. So I didn't actually mention the walk number earlier. That was SWC walk 309, Pettswood Circular, completed, and very good it was. I've just noted that there's an incident at London Bridge. Someone's been shot on the bridge, which is affecting my journey back. So as per usual, there never seems to be one of these walks that I do where I'm able to have a smooth journey there and back. Really is unbelievable. Nationalisation has got nothing to do with it either, because 70% of the network is already nationalised via rail track or network rail or whatever they're now called. So that's not the solution. It's an attitude and engineering problem really, and of course the burgeoning numbers we have here. That aside, very good walk. Till the next time.